I am giving Reggie the most important tool in the camping arsenal, a lint roller. Because what respectable man can be camping with lint? Reggie, tell
Yes.
us more.
I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I went into my packing, thought I was smooth, come out with my black on black, trying to look fly. And
And
look
I
at
must
this.
be lint free in the great outdoors.
That's right.
It's a new year and we're chasing new adventures. We're Mika and Reggie, camping newbies intrigued by the RV lifestyle. So we made the decision on the weekends to move from the couch to camping. And as Southerners, we always tow our hospitality and charm as we chase the sun, sand, and sea in our RV. Welcome back, friends, to Southern Ethos Life Unhitched. On this edition, we're going to talk about severe weather. And during our New Year's trip to South Carolina, severe weather left its mark.
Yes, it did. It was very unnerving, to say the least. I have never been in a box when there's 40, 50-mile winds whipping around. It is truly unnerving, people.
It is. And because of that, we thought we would share our top 3 severe weather tips with you. In the previous episode, you saw that the reason why we ended up in South Carolina is because of all the severe weather in Atlanta. What we didn't realize is that that weather was following us to South Carolina. And initially, we were just elated that we found a park.
Yeah.
We were in the water, sunny sky, warm weather.
Yeah.
All was fantastic.
And I think the park, I mean, it was an awesome find, and it started off great. We got sunshine. Everything was phenomenal. Got there in great timing.
Until the last night. And then that's when I had started paying closer attention to the weather. And then we went to bed and got awakened by our severe weather alert. And if that hadn't happened to you, and when they're saying high wind warning or tornado threat, that is a sobering wake-up call.
Yeah, literally. And I mean, the big thing is, so what do you do? Where do you go? You're in your RV, you're in your travel trailer. What are you going to do?
So since we're starting to record this journey and share with everyone, I'm sure you're asking yourself the same thing we asked this morning. Well, hey, why weren't you rolling? Hey, everything you should be rolling on it, right? Well, let me tell you, when you're woken up and you're worried about getting blown away, the last thing in the world that you're thinking about is hitting record on your phone or on your camera. So I'll say, my bad, I was worried about my safety at that time.
Yeah, we were more or less using our phones to look at weather reports, make some phone calls.
Save our lives.
I mean, whatever. That juice, that power needed to be saved for life-threatening issues, not you all.
Right.
Love you, but not you all. Wasn't gonna happen.
But that did start us to start having conversations afterwards, and that has led us to our top 3 things. So number 1 is really important that I found is to understand the county in which you're staying. We had of course, we knew we were in North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We knew that we were in the Little River community. But when those alerts started coming across our screens, we didn't know what county that we were in.
Yeah, and it's not just as simple. Just look at your phone and it tells you that. It'll tell you the city.
Yeah.
You're good on that. But at home, of course, we know our counties very well in Georgia. But this was something new. So we were Googling, scrambling, looking to better understand. Now, what county is this that we're sitting in?
And what alerts apply to this county.
Right.
And then number 2, I would say, is check your weather report daily. In fact, multiple times a day. Because especially in the time of year in which we were traveling, things change, and they change quickly.
And I know these tips seem a little, entry-level common sense. But trust and believe me, there was a lot of people hopping in their trucks, driving around. We were all kind of huddled up. We were, looking where we could go. Everyone was checking the bathroom, see if there's a concrete, cement safe place. So, don't judge. It's just realistically, it's something that you just kind of don't think about. The weather was great. You're good. You look at tomorrow's weather. All right, it's going to be a little rain, but you don't expect,
That
Yeah.
overnight.
Yeah, that 40, 50 wind.
Man. And what was really unnerving for me is that it was getting underneath our slide topper. So it's just this clink, 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 clink. And we've lived in Florida, and I still say Florida has some of the worst thunderstorms and wind living off the coast. But this was as equal, but we were in an RV, and that was just the first time that we've had that experience. And that just leads me into our number 3 thing to consider is have a plan. As Reggie just mentioned, when we were awakened, when I started getting really, really nervous, we actually left and we got in our truck, and we were traveling with my parents. They were up as well, and especially when we started getting the alerts about a potential conditions were right for a tornado, we were like, we're sitting ducks. So what are we going to do? And that's when we started really starting to think, if something really does happen, where will we go?
Yeah, and again, we weren't alone in this thought process, because I saw quite a few trucks with their lights on, people sitting in there, you know, on their phones, looking at certain different things. So it's something that we've never experienced it. So, all right, you know, but I think pre-planning would be something that you should definitely take into account in moving forward when it comes to weather and knowing where you're going to go. Lightning, heavy rain, hail, those type of things, you got to have an exit plan. And
Exactly.
we didn't have one coming in,
but we do
got,
now.
Yeah, we got one now.
We just wanted to share our top 3 severe weather tips. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Southern Ethos Life Unhitched, and hope that you enjoyed the tips that we shared for this one. Continue to follow us as we continue to chase the sun, sand, and sea in our RV.
Remember, like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Get the notification when we're up next. We'll see y'all in the next one.